You've seen the build up of the flat pack, well, we're going to slow the clip right down now and take you through all the steps to show you how you can build this yourself at home. The first step is to open up your box, remove all the panels and locate that instruction manual. From there we can actually identify which panel is which. Once you've got all the panels out of the box and you've grouped all the like panels together, I like to take some masking tape and a pen and just label each one of the panels according to my instruction manual. That's going to make the assembly so much easier. Starting off with panel number 1, this is our top panel, and the easy way to identify that is it's the square panel which has got the plastic inserts which accommodate the cam screws a little bit later on. I then have a square base panel which is also the same size as the shelf panel. Now that's panels 2 and 8. Then we have our side panels, which are panels 3 and 4. Easy way to identify it, well, first of all, the bottom side is going to be the side which has the double pair of holes at the base there. Then the top edge is going to have a cover strip, while the back side will see no cover strip. Then obviously the rails will be on the inside. Therefore that makes this panel number 3, which is the left hand side, and that's panel number 4, which is the right hand side. We then have panels 5, 6 and 7, which is the top rail, back rail and the front rail. All 3 panels, as you can see, are the same size and they're all symmetrical. So that's 5, 6 and 7. We then have the large thin panel. Now that's the backboard of our unit, that's panel number 9. Now moving on to the panels which we're going to use to build our drawers. That's ranging from 10 all the way up to 14. We start off with number 10 being our front panel. We know it's a front panel because it's got the holes in the middle to accommodate our handle, as well as the plastic inserts on the inside. That's panel number 10. And the smaller one with no rails on it, just a groove, is going to be panel number 11. That's the back portion of our drawer. Now we have our drawer sides. Very easy way. We basically got wheels positioned at the back on the bottom side, and that'll give us our right hand side, which is panel number 13, and this one will be panel number 12, which is on the left hand side. And lastly we have 4 square thin panels. This is our drawer base. That's all our panels labeled and identified. It's now time to sort our hardware and get everything into sorted piles. We've got some protectors which are going to go on the base to act as feet. We've got some director screws. We've got some cam locks. We've got some cam screws. We've got some panel pin nails. We have a webbing strap, 1 nail and anchor, and some pegs. We also have some cover stickers which are going to help disguise the back of the screw heads. We have 4 handles for the drawers, and the kit also comes with an Allen key to use with the director screws. The additional tools that you are going to need is a medium-sized Phillips screwdriver and a hammer to knock in the panel pins. Before you start assembly, you need to do some prep work on the panels. We're going to start off with some dowel sticks in panel number 2 and 3, and it takes 2 dowel sticks on the top end in the center. We also need to put a dowel on each side on panel 5, 6 and 7. Then we have our 2 shelf panels, the base panel being number 2 and the shelf panel being number 8. They will take 2 dowels in the middle on either side. We're then going to put in 4 cam screws into panel number 1. You'll see that there are 4 plastic inserts in every corner. Just take the screw and gently screw that all the way down. You're now going to start off with the cam locks. You're going to be inserting them in the top section of panels 3 and 4. That's the side section. Now when lining them up, you'll see there's a little indicator on the top. You've got to line that towards the hole at the top, which allows the cam screw to come through. So make sure your indicator is in the right position. That's all our prep work for our box structure complete. We're now going to start assembling. Start off with panel number 3, that's the left hand side panel. I find it easier to work with it on its back with the front side facing up. You can identify that straight away by the cover strip, whereas the back side has no cover strip. Make sure you're working on a soft, smooth surface, that way you're not going to damage the floor or damage your unit that you're working on. Now panel number 2 is the base panel. Line that up to the holes, push them in, and straight away you've got a structure which can stand on its own, keeping your hands free. And then whilst you're there, take the director screws and pop them in on the other side and secure them with the Allen key. I'm now going to insert the rail sections. I've got one at the back, one at the top, and one at the back section here as well. With those panels secure, we now move on to panel number 8, which is our shelf, which is going to be placed at the top here. Always make sure that you have the cover strip facing upwards, because that's going to be the front face of your structure. That's our left side secure. We now need to put on our right side. And now we're going to pop in panel number 1, which is our top panel. Remember, keep the front edge, which has got the cover strip at the front side, no cover strip at the back. And this is where you're going to line up these cam screws into the holes all the way down into the cam locks. Take your screwdriver and turn that cam lock around about 180 degrees or a half a turn, and you'll feel it pulling that top lid down. That's the structure complete of the cabinet section. Let's flip it down onto its front and put on the back panel. When driving in your panel pin nails, make sure you line up in the middle of the panel to ensure that there isn't any burst out of the nail damaging the side. Don't forget to put your protector feet on the bottom edge of these 2 side panels. We're going to start assembling our drawers now, and like before, there is a little bit of prep work that we've got to do of the panels. We're going to start off with the front panel. From there, we're going to pop in some cam screws. It takes 4. Panel number 11 takes 2 dowels on either side. That's the back portion of the drawer. Then we have our 2 side pieces, the left-hand side and the right-hand side. That's panel number 12 and 13. Now those panels take 2 cam locks for each panel. Pop it into position, making sure that the pointer faces towards the hole. Now we need to start our assembly of our drawer. We're going to start with panel number 11 into each one of the sides. We're going to screw that together with the director screws. Taking your drawer base, make sure it's gone all the way into the groove, and obviously white side on the inside, brown side on the outside. Now we can put on the face of our drawer, and now take those cam locks, give them a good half turn, and you'll feel them bite down onto those cam screws. Right, we just need to add in our handle, and then start off with a loose fit of the handle. That way if there's any misalignment, you can accommodate for that. Once you've got both threads secured into that handle, now you can tighten it. Now when inserting a drawer, you want that back wheel of the drawer to go past the front wheel in the cabinet. So hold it at a 45 degree, hook it past those wheels, down, and slide it in. It's as easy as that. Let's carry on with the rest of the drawers. That's the last drawer in. What we need to do now is actually cover up all these screws with the cover stickers, and that way it'll actually hide them and you won't see them. When it comes to a tall unit like this, it's very important to put on the safety webbing strap. What this does is this secures this side to the wall, and it's fixed this side of the unit, and if it was to tip over slightly, the strap will pull tight, preventing that Tallboy from going any further. That's a Tallboy assembled, done and dusted, just a few minutes, just a few steps, and that really was so easy to do. I'm actually very proud of myself. If you enjoyed this clip, like it, share it. You can also subscribe to the Builders Fan YouTube channel. There's a range of DIYs and how-tos just like this for you to be inspired, get to Builders and get it done.